lost Charlie. We lost A. Enemy Shock RC is coming. Capturing C. Captured C. Losing Charlie. Keep fighting.
Changing mag!
Losing Bravo. Stealth chopper on standby. Capturing Bravo. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Destroyed enemy's UAV. You're failing this mission.
Enemy contact.
Strike squad.
Changing mags. Reloading. Cover. Down!
Hey guys, welcome back to new Gunsmith discussion. Today I'll be discussing the Fennec SMG along with the Akimbo update. With the new Season 12 update, the Fennec got a major buff and I can confidently say it's the king of close quarters combat as of now. The Fennec got a recoil buff where it would shake less horizontal for slightly increased vertical recoil, and the bullet spread also got improved. Thus now the recoil is mainly vertical and easy to control. We just have to pull down on the screen. And also, this season, the shotguns got nerfed. Thus, the only viable counter to the Fennec in close range isn't viable anymore, while the Fennec is the king of close quarters combat as of now. The Fennec has quite the damages and ranges values, and the hitboxes are spread into 3 divisions: the head, the upper body which is above the waist, and then the arms and legs. Without confusing you with the exact values, I'll take the minimum shots required to kill and go over the effective range. The Fennec deals 20 damage to the legs, and the legs has the least damage value up till 7 meters. Thus we can 5-shot in this range with the time to kill of 213 milliseconds, which is tremendously fast. But the 5-shot range is quite low since from 8 meters to 11 meters, it will 6-shot since the damage to the legs become 18 now, thus giving us a time to kill of 267 milliseconds, which is alright, still faster than the average SMG time to kill. And from 12 meters to 16 meters, we deal 16 damage to the legs, thus requiring 7 shots to kill minimum. And the time to kill now becomes bad since at 320 milliseconds, it is slower than the average SMG time to kill. Thus, at this range, we need to hit upper body shots to get a faster time to kill. Speaking of upper body shots, we can improve the 5-shot range from 7 meters to 11 meters by aiming towards the upper body, thus getting 213 milliseconds time to kill till 11 meters, which is quite good. And the 7-shot range can be made 6 shots by aiming towards the upper body as well. Thus, the effective range of Fennec is from 0 meters to 16 meters, and after that we'd be losing our gunfights. And in this range, the bullet spread accuracy isn't a huge concern, so you can build your Fennec for mobility and recoil control. Now you may ask, why not make a range build for the Fennec? And we do have the extended light barrel which boosts the range, however the range boost is minimal and the 16 meter effective range only becomes 17 meters. And from 18 meter onwards the gun is unusable. Why with the Fennec our approach should be rush, clutch, get back to safety. Why our prime concern should be improving the overall mobility while having good recoil to win our gunfights. Speaking of recoil, here I have 20 samples of recoil which are superimposed to show the general pattern of recoil. And we can see the recoil goes up and towards the left. Thus if we pull down and towards the right, the recoil is easy to control. No issues, just take some practice. Speaking of mobility, the base ADS speed is quite fast at 13 frames or 216 milliseconds, and the sprint out time is also fast at 50 milliseconds or 3 frames. Thus, from sprinting to spraying, we achieve it in 266 milliseconds, which is faster than the ADS time of ARs like the ASM or LMGs like the Chopper, which are popular in ranked. Thus, in close quarters combat, the Fennec is really strong, and maybe only the QQ9 can challenge and win against it now. Nonetheless, the base movement speed is at 6.82 meters per second, and the ADS movement speed is at 3.08 meters per second, which are both really fast. I will quickly go over some of the other base stats before moving on to the gunsmith build. The Fennec has 25 bullets in the base mag, which we can empty in 1.33 seconds. Just blink and you have an empty mag. It's crazy, and we need to reload frequently. The full reload animation takes 2.2 seconds, which we can make 1.5 seconds by reload cancelling. Now, I have been asked in my previous videos what is reload cancelling, and I'll demonstrate it here. The moment the mag gets inserted, you want to press the ADS button twice to reload cancel. Otherwise, you can ADS and start shooting at the enemy as well. Reload cancel saves 0.7 seconds, and it helps considering things happen fast when playing close quarters, and we should make use of whatever we can. Why I do recommend reload cancelling whenever you can. Alright, moving on to the gunsmith builds. The first attachment you should always be using is the extended mag A, since we get 35 bullets and the extra bullets does help. The reload speed is the same as the base mag, taking 2.2 seconds for the full animation and 1.5 seconds for reload cancelling. And the movement speed nerf isn't huge, and the new movement speed becomes 6.69 meters per second, and the ADS movement speed being 3.01 meters per second. Not a big decrease, making it a worthwhile attachment to be using. The light mag is honestly pointless, and the fast reload can be used if you really want to, and it can be paired up with the sleight of hand perk for getting super fast reloads, but you will need to reload after each kill. And in general, the 35 round mag is the best option. I will have the stats and the infographics on the screen. Once our extended mag is applied, I look into the barrels, and as mentioned earlier, I don't recommend the extended light barrel since the range increase is pointless. The light barrel improves the ADS speed by 1 frame, which is usable if needed, and the light barrel shot improves the ADS speed by 1 frame yet again. I was expecting it to increase more than 1 frame, but it is what it is. Thus, I don't recommend this barrel either since the recoil also gets increased, which isn't needed, and the movement speed buff isn't worthwhile either. Lastly, I look into the suppressor barrel, and it improves the ADS speed by 1 frame while giving us no muzzle flash and also suppressing our sound. I was curious, does it affect the range as well? But no. Our effective range is still 16 meters, which makes it the most usable barrel of them all since we get sound suppression, so it adds the element of stealth while also improving the ADS speed. For now, I won't be applying a barrel and look at the other attachments. The next attachment I apply is the 5MW laser, mainly for improving the hipfire in close range. The other laser which I'll recommend is the tactical laser, and that's it. The Merc and the Ranger laser are usable, but I don't like the ADS speed decrease, thus I don't recommend them. Next, you'd want to do something about the recoil, and I would suggest either going for the Operator foregrip or the rubberized grip. Both reduce the recoil by 14%, but I recommend the rubberized grip since till 16 meters the bullet spread is fine, even with the rubberized grip. I have used the Operator grip in the video mainly because I use the granulated grip instead. Anyway, let's continue with the rubberized grip for now. Next, I usually recommend the no stock, but for this build, since I'm aiming for a general stable build to use for starters, I'll suggest using the steady stock, which helps in recoil control while nerfing the ADS speed and the ADS movement speed. But we do get flinch stability, which helps us aim better under enemy fire, and the added bullet spread accuracy also helps minimize the effects of the rubberized grip. For the final attachment, you have a couple options. I wouldn't suggest making the ADS speed slower since we need to be fast and agile with it, and completely disregard the muzzles since all of them make the ADS speed slower, and the light suppressor reduces the 16 meter effective range, which we don't want either. Underbarrel attachments can be used, and I would suggest using the Operator foregrip, but it reduces the ADS speed yet again, which I don't want for this build. Perks can be applied like the sleight of hand for reloading fast, but I would suggest keeping a pistol so we can switch to it when needed. I use the MW11 pistol with the SMG build, and you can check out my video on it. The link is in the description. Otherwise, apply a barrel in the end, and I would apply the suppressor barrel since the sound suppression helps, and we also get a boost to the ADS speed, which helps counter the ADS speed nerf of the steady stock, and our build is complete. I will use it as a general build to warm up ourselves to the Fennec playstyle, and it's quite good and I would recommend it. But I wasn't using this build in the gameplay you see. For my build, I switched to the granulated grip and the operator foregrip and used the nose stock to gain some mobility back. The only thing I can recommend is changing the nose stock to something like the suppressor barrel, since the nose stock does give us more flinch. For a build with good recoil, change to rubberized grip, and the compensator can be used for more recoil control, otherwise use a barrel. The bullet spread accuracy does take a hit, but for 16 meters it's going to be fine. For the complete class, I use pistol, and I was using the War Machine in most of my clips, but the gravity spikes is the way to go for the Fennec. Also use the lightweight perk for moving fast and the dead silence as an essential perk. The green perk is up to preference, can use Vulture, Ghost, Cold-Blooded or even Quick Fix depending on what you prefer. For the nade, I use Molotov, but you can switch to something like Thermite or whatever you prefer. For the tactical, I was using the trophy system in the gameplay footage, but I would suggest carrying smokes as it's helpful. And that completes the entire class setup along with the gunsmith build. Okay, this video took a lot of hard work and I would appreciate it if you can leave a like and subscribe with the notifications turned on so as to not miss videos like this in the future. Do help the video get popular by sharing it in your social media and join us in our Discord server to interact with me, get suggestions for your own personal gunsmith build and much more. The link is in the description. Now, moving on to the Akimbo perk. Each Fennec deals 19 damage to the head, 18 damage to the body, and 16 damage to the arms and legs. And due to it being a strictly hipfire gun, our effective range is much lower, and I would say 10 meters is the max range we can use it. The minimum shots required to kill will be 7 shots if we only hit leg shots, giving us a time to kill of 160 milliseconds, which seems fast, but due to the hipfire spread, practically it will be much more than that, unless you are at point blank to your enemy. One important thing to note here is that in the patch notes, it's mentioned the recoil got a buff, but it isn't applicable to the Akimbo Fennec, since the recoil buff is applied only when ADS and not when hip firing. Thus, the buff doesn't apply to the Akimbo Fennec, something you should know. For our gunsmith build, some attachments get changed, but we start with the 35 round extended mag since the extra bullets are needed. Since we will be hip firing, apply the 5MW laser and the Merc foregrip, as both of these improve the hip fire. And I especially suggest the 5MW laser over something like the Merc laser, since the sprint to fire speed helps in reacting quick. For the final attachment, you can use the stipple grip for getting even more sprint to fire speed. And one more thing to note here is that the ADS bullet spread accuracy doesn't apply when hip firing, so you can nerf it as much as you want without messing up your hip fire spray. Otherwise, for sound suppression, the monolithic suppressor can be used, which also boosts the range. Otherwise, the nose stock can be used for increasing the movement speed. But I will apply the stipple grip and call it a day. For the build I was using in the gameplay, I used monolithic suppressor with the extended light barrel for a range build. But playing range is pointless since the hip fire becomes bad at range. Thus, I would suggest going for the nose stock instead of this, and this is the build I would use myself and also recommend others to use. Do give it a try and let me know how you like it. Akimbo Fennec doesn't have too many options for a good build, so try out the attachments and see what you prefer. Do leave a comment with your preferred build so I can try it myself too. And with that, our today's elaborate gunsmith discussion comes to a close. I tried to cover the Fennec as much in depth as I could without making it too boring, so I would appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe and press the bell icon so as to not miss out my future gunsmith discussions. Share this video around as it helps get the video popular and also to support the channel and for appreciating my work. I will see you again very soon with a new gunsmith discussion. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good day. Take care guys, and until next time, bye.